All right, here we go. We're live for R is Untitled. This is episode 84. Can you believe 80? That's been over a year, and it don't seem like it. It don't seem like it for some reason. Anyway, this is R. Oh, let me bring my boy in. Pardon me for a second. And there, his mic is live as well. Dave, your mic is live. Just give me a second, brother. Again, my name is R, and this is R is Untitled. 84 episodes in. Thank everybody for their support and tuning in. And let me just do my thing that I must do. Like, share, and subscribe. One more time. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm really kind of looking at the In the Paint group. Over 700 members, and I have how many subscribers again? Not a lot. Very, very insulting. Do I feel a certain type of way about it? I might start calling people out and asking before they join the group In the Paint. Have you subscribed to R is Untitled? You know, and if you don't, I don't know. I might be inclined not to include you. I'm just saying. I'm just talking. Well, with that being said, I'm joined by my good friends, highly intellectual gentlemen here of this panel. First one, Dom, formerly of the BX, now residing in Carolina. Also, Ronan Black. Sorry to give out your last name, brother. But I can see it anyway. But Ronan is here. Thank you for joining me, Ronan. And last but not least, my good friend from Hollis, Queens, Cop Killer Queens. Okay, my man David is with us. David, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, fellas?
Let's go, R.
Let's go. Let's do this. First thing on the docket tonight, we're going to talk about this broad right here. Might not have much to do about nothing, probably. But then again, have you guys heard about Angel Reese in her commentary? What she had said about her Chicago Sky teammates?
I didn't hear what she said. I didn't hear.
I just heard it at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, this. I'm not really a huge fan of this chick. To start, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not feeling this woman. Yeah, she's kind of attractive. I get that, but first of all, the Chicago Sky before play tonight, they were 10-30. Oh, let me see. Well, yeah, they were 10-30. David's having a little problem right now. They were 10-30. Miss Reese had said some not too great kind things about her teammates, and it's not looking good for. I think that the teammates didn't really approve of her airing out dirty laundry, so to speak, to the press. And the teammates took it a certain type of way, even though she did apologize. But just because you apologize doesn't mean that people have to they'll hear you out. And they may okay, but they don't forget. People do not forget. So I don't know, man. This could kind of lead her to be out at Chicago, believe it or not. So let me add David back in. Hold on, Joe. All right, Dave, you're back in.
I think what she said, R, was, your basics. We need better players. Blah blah blah. But that goes against, what do your teammates think?
Exactly.
And you know what? Come on, guys. I hate to say it. It's still the WNBA. It's not like there's a litany of first round draft picks coming out of college.
Right.
They may be just about tapped out as far as, talent amongst the league. They already had a big enough problem where we want NBA pay. You guys play 10 minutes a year.
Right.
They got to enjoy what you have right now because it's far better than what you had the last 25 years. So that being said, what she said was out of pocket. And I think she got suspended for a game.
I think you're right, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really watch WNBA like that. But here's what she said. She was like, I'm not settling for the same shit we did this year.
Yeah.
We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's non-negotiable. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason. So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure that we attract the best of the best because we can't settle for what we have this year. That's a hell of a statement. And now, how do you think your teammates are going to respond to that when they hear and see these comments and whatnot? You think it's going to be all roses and daisies and whatnot? No, you're going to create a little bit of attention. within, you know what I'm saying, within the ranks and whatnot. Again, she shouldn't have aired that out. You know.
Oh, so R.
Yes, sir.
So I didn't hear the quote. I just saw that there was some kind of controversy, and then I saw that I don't know if she backtracked or she said that that's not what she meant or she didn't mean to throw her teammates under the bus. So here's the thing. A lot of players that are star players have said things similar, but there's a way to say it, and they are up on, like, if a Jordan said it, if a LeBron said it, they would still get some kind of backlash, but there would be some merit behind it. She's only been in the league, this is her second year, and she's not that type of player, because some people might say, well, she's part of the problem. I mean, she's not. Yeah, she gets a lot of rebounds, and from everything that I've heard, half of them are off of the shots that she missed. Right. So, as far as who she is, it's one thing to be a star in terms of marketing. She has all these different things. She's supposed to be now in a movie, as a cameo in a movie coming out of Idris Elba. So she's getting that kind of attention. So she's getting attention for everything off the court. But she's not in a position to be putting a charge under her teammate. Right. It's not like they even said that she's the team leader or anything like that. So I think the sentiment, I understand the sentiment, but there's things that she's got to learn that she can't air out publicly. Whatever happens in that locker room, say what you want. They like you, they hate you, whatever. But once you start addressing your teammates publicly, you're putting a target on your back, and you're going to get this kind of backlash. So I think with her, there's a lot of immaturity.
A
lot. And I think one of the things, and I'm not making any kind of excuses or anything like that, but a lot of these players, we forget sometimes how young and immature they are, especially for athletes. Like, okay, take Dom, URB, Ronan. At 21, 22, if we're in the military, you're going to grow up real quick, or somebody's going to teach you how to, teach you better. They're not the same as that. They are in a bubble, protected, as these athletes who get all this attention. And so they don't grow up really with that sense of how to work with other people, because it's been about themselves. And so she's going to have to learn real quickly that in a team sport, you're going to have to mature and can't say these things.
Yeah, she's very, like you just said, Dave. She's very immature. Again, I have to point out the fact about her ego and trying to market her brand, so to speak, because there was something about the not rebounds but me bounds, which was coined by her. So to me, it seems like it's just a case of getting your name out there on a consistent basis or whatnot, and try to keep marketing your brand, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that's how I personally feel about that.
I remember I said earlier in the year, maybe even last year, when we had this conversation, it's like she's more interested in her social media status than she is her WF. Because guess what, Angel? I hate to tell you, I started it off. Your team is 10-30.
Right.
So you had a nickel in that dime, and that dime being only 10 wins. So, I mean, you might want to. But you know what, guys? I hate to say this too. LeBron isn't a good measuring stick, because he may not have said what Angel Reese said. He just did it.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. You're exactly right, Dom. He didn't call anybody out, but his actions, they set the tone. But the difference is LeBron, at least he puts up.
Right.
And so he is. We're talking about a different level of talent. but still, the sentiment is true. Dom, you're absolutely correct. And I will say one last thing about it too. The problem with the WNBA financially for the players is that they're not making that much money. So everything that they do is going to be about building their brand outside of the WNBA. So any opportunity that they get to make some money, they can make a lot more money. I mean, what was there was something with Clay Thompson where he was talking about this OnlyFans model. The woman is making more money than he is. So if
Exactly.
you are a woman who is at least serviceably attractive, I will say, um, you can make money outside of what it is that got you there. And so basketball got her in that arena, but she has marketability, and I think people are probably in her ear and telling it, hey, screw them. You don't need the WNBA per se.
Get yours.
You could do other things, and you could
Of
make a
course.
lot more money. So
They got to be careful, guys, because I read this really good article today,
Okay.
and I didn't understand it either. I keep saying to myself, sooner or later, these Weisenheimers in the NBA will learn how to get behind these aprons and tablecloths.
yeah,
But that Bill Simmons and Charles Barkley was having a conversation, and the sad part about these aprons, it's because of what these guys have been doing. These aprons are trying to stop the I gotta play with R and I get with R and then Dave comes with us, and they're trying to use these aprons as you can't do that. You can't get 3 or 4 of the best players in the league on one team anymore.
Right.
But that being said, we got to see if it's going to work.
We gotta
Because
see.
guess what, guys? They brought up Oklahoma City. They seem to be doing it right now.
Right now.
But their market, it won't withhold. It can't withstand that, guys. I hate to say it,
yeah.
but
Understood.
this is the reason they started this nonsense, because of this buddy shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that, guys. The way Bill Simmons broke it down, I was like, he's a Weisenheimer. He's strictly Celtic fan, but
Yeah.
it did make sense, guys. It made a lot of sense. Like, okay, is it going to make the league better, guys? I don't know. The jury's still out.
Right.
Because the weak are still going to get weaker. The strong are still going to get stronger.
And that's just what it is, Dom. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Let me take the time to bring in Brother Rob. Your mic is live. Thanks for joining us on R is Untitled. How are you, sir?
Hey, how are you? Sorry for joining late, but my grandson just finished up his baseball game, so
All good.
I'm
Okay.
like
Did
still
they-
in the park, so I'm just gonna listen.
Oh,
for a
okay.
little
Did
bit.
they win at least?
Yeah, they won 6-0.
What up, Rob?
How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah.
But
Rob
yeah,
sounds like he's used to winning.
well, yeah, except to being a Knicks fan,
Okay.
Nah,
good,
Don't get up hope.
My good buddy Rob set me up the other day. I hardly ever chime in with these spaces,
Right.
and this wasn't a sports space. It was a real live, space.
Right.
Out of nowhere, Rob says, "Oh, my good friend Dom got something to say. He's promoting it." This shit turns into me being on this thing for like 45 minutes. But it was great because it wasn't about sports. Like how we do, at the end,
sir.
we normally go.
Yeah.
It wasn't unhinged, guys. It was like real stuff that's going on in the world.
Right.
But Rob just threw me a curve, and next thing you know, once I said now everybody got a million questions.
Of course.
And I'm looking at Rob's little logo, and I'm like, this mother. I'm pretty sure his logo was smiling.
I'm always gonna look out for you.
I know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Exactly. I love it.
I believe it's a good cause, and I'm gonna look out for you. You came in, and so definitely I had to shout you out what you're doing.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Let's move on. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dom. Before we move on.
No, I'm good,
You sure?
So
yes,
are you guys talking about Angel Reese or?
Yes, sir. Well, we just had that conversation. Unless you have something to add, I know you said you want to listen and whatnot, which is appreciated. But if you want to add any commentary,
I
please feel free.
She's a nice girl. She's a nice girl. if you counted, if every WNBA team had a top 26 player, because obviously there's 13 teams now, she wouldn't be one of them. That's my opinion. Would she go into the top 30? Yeah, she's a top 30 player. So,
Okay.
but she's famous, so I guess she brings a crowd. But there's a lot of, Caitlin Clark sells tickets, but she's not the best player in the W either. You know, she's like top 7 or whatever, but she sells the most tickets.
Of course.
So, but the W and then there's good players coming into the league next year too. So you don't know where she stands. So for her to say what she said, it's like who would I Steve Kerr say, if the Bulls not winning championships, then I want to move on, even though I'm playing with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. That's the way I look at it.
Okay. Understood. My thing is like, and I could be wrong, but she's coming off like she's some like on like a Kevin Durant status or even a LeBron James status. And like you said, Rob, she's not even top 10, top 20 player in the league right now. She's not. There's other female players that are better than her, but again, it's that ego that really comes to the front of my mind in regards to her. You know what I'm saying? She's worried about social status, social media, this and that. That's more relevant for her, more prevalent for us.
Well, let's look at it this way too, and I think Rob's point is very well taken.
For sure.
But look at the WNBA versus the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So the WNBA is a league that needs players. I don't care. It's less about the ability and more about the marketability. And so with Angel Reese, yes, she's got an ego. I think she's always had a touch of it, but when she's pushed to the forefront of celebrity, and it's not based on her actual skills. I mean, what does she do if you put on her resume? What does she do? She's a basketball player, but what makes her money? What's made her famous is everything but basketball.
Exactly.
And so it's very hard for, especially a young person, to really give the respect to the game when it's not the game that's making them famous.
Right.
So that's the problem.
I think there's too many microphones in the world now.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. It's like everybody got a mic. Nobody's saying you shouldn't have a voice. Don't get me wrong. Please, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But there's so many sides of fences nowadays, be it sports, religion, race, politics. Everybody got a mic. So the airways are cluttered with this. I can't just throw Angel Reese under the bus. She's a little, extreme. But like Dave said, this is their money now. It ain't about the WNBA. It's not, because they're making peanuts to begin with. But everybody got a mic now, guys, and it's, Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot, though. It's a lot. Definitely. All right, let's do some moving on. Let's go to the our team. Sorry, Dave, in Major League Baseball. Sorry, buddy. I really didn't include the Mets on this one.
No, that's okay. You don't have to. I can do without it sometimes.
Okay.
This is a baseball fan.
All good. Got a couple things with the Yankees. It's a good thing. Is it a good or bad thing that we don't get a chance to see Spencer Jones during these September call-ups? And also, I saw something about replacing Anthony Volpe, possibly. I don't know how, percentage-wise, how much is going to be true. But with a division rival, that guy being Bo Bichette of the Toronto Blue Jays, who's, who I believe might be entering free agency, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'll let the Yankee fans go first, and then I'll make my.
Go ahead, Dom.
You know what's weird? You know what's weird about Volpe? Like I said the other day, 2 years ago he was a Gold Glove winner.
Right. Right.
He's had some snafus in the field, and we get it. You know, I guess as Yankee fans, we learned to say, you know what? Maybe we just got to suck it up and drive on. Now his batting average is abysmal, 207. But here's the thing: him and every other damn Yankee, the Yankees got like 100 players that got 20 or more home runs.
Right.
He's on the cusp. I think he has 19. Yeah, he has 19 right now.
Right.
But if you look at their batting averages and their runs batted in, it don't equate to how many home runs they hit. Here we go again, guys, with the home run or bust. But I honestly, guys, I don't have a problem with Volpe. I always say this, guys, when we bring it up. We're not going to find another Derek Jeter. We're not going to find another Alex Rodriguez. We're not going to find another Ozzie Smith, Barry Larkin. You know, sometimes it really is what it is. I mean, I'll give it a great example. I told my buddies on Knicks and Ish last year when the Yankees, I even told you guys, when the Yankees put Jazz in his rightful position, we're going to see a change. Now, did I think he was going to hit 25 home runs? No. But sometimes when you're put in your comfortable spot, you seem to play a little better, like Giancarlo Stanton. When he's in the field, he plays better, just like when he won the MVP. So with Volpe, you know what? Again, I learned to live with him. Matter of fact, he's got some pretty good clutch hits during that 7-game winning streak. But again, if you're looking at his average and some of the snafus he's had in the field, you'll say, yeah, why don't they give this kid a chance? Kind of hard to give somebody a chance, guys, when you're in the midst of a pennant race. You know, this guy might be the next whatever, but right now, do you really want to take that chance? You know, Scranton Wilkes-Barre is not the Bronx. So it's a big difference. If the Yankees and the Mets were out of it, or let's say they was up by 15 games, yeah, I would say give the kid a shot.
Okay.
We can rest some players until the playoffs, but we're in the middle of shit, guys. I mean, I'm not ready to say, hey, Dave, let's put Johnny Quest at shortstop. And he's just been in AAA for a month. I don't know, but I don't think the risk is worth the reward. So let's just give the kid some slack. And
let me jump on in here.
All right.
Here's the thing: we're not talking about just replacing him with a minor league shortstop. If what R is saying about him being Bichette, being a free agent, you've got to go for him. This kid, Bichette, will be 28 at the start of next year.
Okay.
Next season. Right now, I'm looking at the stats. He's batting 307, 18 home runs, and 91 RBI. So I think that it would be worth it to go for Bichette. And it doesn't mean that it is a knock on Volpe.
Right.
You know, sometimes there is somebody who is far better who gets on the market. And it's not like they have Derek Jeter at shortstop and then Bichette is out there. Then you weigh it differently. But Volpe, you know, if you wanted to go with him, yeah, I could say, okay, maybe you give him one more year. But if you have an opportunity to get a Bo Bichette,
right,
then I think you look at it differently. So you could do you could do both. You can have confidence in Volpe, or at least want to give him an opportunity. But you could also look at the upcoming off season and free agency, and if you have an opportunity to get a Bichette, it's not a knock against Volpe. It's just that you have an opportunity to get a young player who is he's in his prime. These are his prime years coming up now. And if he's doing this, and then you already know the pedigree, then I'd say it would be worth at least entertaining it. And if the Yankees could pull it off, I think it would be a definitely win. And then both Volpe they may deal him somewhere else, and he may be very, very good. Never, I don't think he's ever going to be both Bichette, but he may be very good sometimes getting out of
Yes.
New York because he's a local kid. And so
That's a good point.
you know, so I would say you could, if you're talking about a Bichette, we're not talking about replacing him with a call up for the minor
Right.
league.
Right.
If you have an opportunity for a Bichette, I don't think there's any offense towards Volpe. It's not saying that Volpe sucks, so we're going to replace him with Bichette. That's a different kind of conversation.
Of course.
I think what's hurting the Yankees also is they've had so many problems in the field. This is how this all started. Because I don't think we expected Volpe to be a 300 hitter. He hasn't been. He may never be. But the Yankees were hurting so bad in the field that, one, we had to suck him up because we knew he was a Gold Glove. Then you take the move they made with getting that McMahon guy to play third base. Another one, barely batting his weight, but has 19 home runs, but he's a hell of a defensive player.
Right.
So now, you, like Dave said, now you say a Bichette. All right, now we're not talking about some kid in Wilkes-Barre. We're talking about a real bona fide major league ball player that's basically showed himself in his, I think he's been in the league maybe 5-6 years. He had one down year when I think he got hurt because he only played 80-something games. He hit 2-something. But for the most part, this kid is probably the next best shortstop. I can't think of many shortstops. The Mets are fortunate. They have one of them in Lindor. But look around the league, guys. We don't have it like the old days with Nomar and Larkin and Jeter and A-Rod. And, you know, that was a rare case, guys. They had a shitload of shortstops.
It was a special time.
And all of them could hit.
Exactly.
You know, it wasn't like they were just good fielders. Like when we grew up, guys, the Bud Harrelsons of the world. They couldn't hit worth a shit, but they were great defensive players.
Ozzie Smith.
That was your shortstop. He was going to play great defense and bat eighth.
This is one of the best fielding shortstops the Mets ever had. Couldn't hit a lick. Ray Adonis.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
I mean, he was incredible in the field. And so that's his contribution. And they had players around him that could hit. But I you know, also I want to say something too. I know it may sound crazy, but in a lot of ways now, I think the home run is a little overrated as far as you know, it's not like it was before. And yeah, it looks like they say, you know, home run looks sexy.
Right.
But you know, you got these guys that are hitting, you know, 20 plus home runs, but their average is terrible. Right. So it's like feast or famine type guys. And so I like looking at the home run numbers as just you know, something that looks attractive, but you can't base it only on that as well.
Who do you think has the most home runs as a team in baseball?
Ooh.
Yankees.
They do.
Of course.
Yeah.
But this is the one strange thing this year, guys, where it really wasn't like this before. They're 10th in batting average.
Who?
The Yankees. As a team. Third in on-base percentage, first in home runs, first in slugging. So they're dominating the offensive categories.
But now, here's a slippery slope because the runs against.
Because right now, I'll tell you what, guys. We're talking about the Yankees. Right now is their biggest stretch. Like, let's say hypothetically they win tonight. They take 2 out of 3 in Houston, and we go back to Yankee Stadium with a 3-game set against Toronto, who is in first place.
Right.
You know, now is the time, guys, where, you know, again, guys, we know we're all baseball guys. Come playoff time, if you're home run or bust, we say it every year, good pitching beats good hitting. And here we are, you know, I will say this, guys. I still think the Yankees are the best team in the American League. They got good pitching. Believe it or not, far be it for us to say it, they have a balanced attack this year. But I just see they got so many. Their defense has killed them. I'm going to be honest. That and their bullpen.
Right. Yes.
And those were two things we never worried about, was our defense and our bullpen.
Right.
You know, we had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 innings. Those innings were a lot. Now, and I said it earlier in the year, man, that kid that polar bear hit that home run against in Milwaukee.
Oh, Devin Williams.
He's never been the same, guys.
Yeah.
He's never been the same.
Not-
and now he's on the Yankees, and
Yeah.
he still ain't the same.
Right.
He's serious.
Right.
That home run that just ruined, I ain't gonna say ruined this guy's career. I just don't think he's recovered from it.
Nah.
Honestly.
Nah.
Yeah, you know, and Dom, I think I'll agree with you on that. You know, it's pitchers give up home runs, but it was the magnitude of it. It was the stage, and it was the whole. I'll even add another thing to it. You remember when Alonso couldn't handle the pop up because it looked like there was some fan interference through the netting and stuff,
Right.
and how they, you know, they laughed at him, they mocked him, and then you turn around and then you give up that huge home run that sealed, you know, the series. I think that part of it, the emotional side, you add that to, you know, I think it all contributed to it. So it was like a huge letdown, and I think psychologically, you know, that's still in the back of his mind.
And if I'm not mistaken, Dave, you could help me.
Yeah.
He hit that home run in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll also add a little thing to the memory box is we were on the show. And our good friend Ronan, who is here, the last thing I remember was something about Mets or something like that, because they were losing at the point, and then things kind of changed.
Haywire. And I'll say it, and I was confused, guys. Not just, well, yeah, part of it. How does this guy? I said this during the season when it happened during the series. How does this guy recover? Man, we've seen this movie before, guys. Come on.
We have.
And then the Yankees go get him. I'm like, now I'm thinking, how does this guy recover? And he's on my team.
Yep.
Is this really going to be our closer? And I thought Weaver had, you know, showed himself to close the door last year when we had so many problems with the bullpen. And then they bring this guy, and I'm like, what's up?
I don't understand why they even Weaver. For me, Weaver was the guy for that team.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. He was the closer. So I don't know why.
What closer do you have in baseball, guys? Let's be honest. Our baseball heads. Your closer normally comes in. He's throwing smoke.
Exactly.
1 inning.
Exactly.
This dude's best pitch is a changeup.
Yeah, come on.
He's a closer.
Come on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on. You know.
No, I thought that was one of the most bizarre moves the Yankees made.
Well,
you know what? They might have been better out. They might have been better off going back and getting Chapman.
Oh man,
he's still throwing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, but
he still got Boston in the mix. He's still closing games for Boston. And we're sitting here with this guy that gave up a home run and never been the same.
Yeah,
and the fact that you're playing in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure.
Let's not forget, guys. Let's not forget with the garbage cans and the Astros cheating.
Yeah.
It was Chapman that gave up that fastball that little shorty knew was coming. And ended up killing the Yankees.
Yeah.
Right. Now, again, we talked about that. That's how long we've been together, guys. We talked about that. And guess what? At the end of the day, the Astros never really got punished. They didn't take out Altuve's home run. I mean, his MVP. Right. They didn't take away their ring.
No.
They didn't do shit to them except fire the manager. So they really never suffered behind that. But it was Chapman that gave up that home run to Altuve.
Right.
And you know what, Dom? If you're a fan of the Astros and that is your punishment, I'd take that any season.
Without a doubt, we said it then, Dave.
Yeah.
It was like, where's the punishment?
Yeah.
And guess what? Again, I don't know his stats. I'll look it up but this guy is he's still balling, guys. This Chapman, you know, we gave up on him, and rightfully so. He was losing it, his control.
Yeah, come on, exactly, Dom. Come on, man.
But
don't
that
make
being
this
said,
guy seem like he's a stud, man, because he's far from that. He's far from that, man. I'm sorry, bro. Come on, man. I mean, yeah, he's still doing 100 plus, but
maybe it's because of who we have.
Okay,
that's making me so gun shy.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood, brother.
Yeah.
He ain't no savior either. Come on now, you know. I'm sorry, dude. I'm like, I kind of crossed him off after the control problems. I was like, nah, I ain't rocking. I can't trust this dude, even with 100+ mile fastball.
Yeah, well, you know, but it's a closer's mentality too. I mean, all closers have given up something, you know, but it's that mentality to get back out there on the bump and do what you got to do. And I think, you know, I don't not watching the Yankees like that, but sometimes when I see Devin Williams, he looks like he's still trying to get that pitch back that he threw to Alonso a year ago. And so you got to forget it.
Chapman is 4-2 with 28 saves.
Okay, you say that, and I like you expected me to be impressed with
1.00 ERA.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I'm comparing him. I'm
to
comparing him to the guy that's still shell shocked from last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? I'll take what's his name? I'll take Chapman over Williams. Okay?
Oh, I take me, you, and Dave over this guy, man.
Hey, listen.
I'll say this, and we can move on. When he comes in the game, my son texts me.
Right.
Oh shit! Here we go, Dad. I was telling him earlier in the year when this guy was blowing saves.
Right.
My son wasn't. He got back into baseball this year. You know, really strong. I said, Dominic, you weren't watching some of the games last year, and the players said, "Oh, Dad, I was." He's the guy that gave up the home run on that kid on the Mets, right? I was like,
"There you go."
Yeah, that's him.
That's him, exactly.
So every time he comes in the game, my son will text me, "Oh shit, Dad, here we go."
He knows what's
I don't
up.
even answer. I don't answer until the inning's over.
Now let's see. I'm gonna move.
Bozo.
Let's do some moving on. We're gonna go. Now I know you guys aren't really in the NFL like that, and I am just a little bit myself. But since it's starting tonight, and by the way, the Cowboys,
Yeah, I got the game on right now.
Yeah, same here. They looking pretty good. I was like, okay.
What I tell you are, y'all weren't on there. I was telling, as much as I hate the Cowboys, I think I hate the Eagles more.
Right.
And I was hoping the Cowboys beat them because the Eagles got some shit talking.
They got, the fans are, they know.
Yeah.
They know.
You know what? I'm not a fan of Philadelphia, period.
No.
But
any sport.
And I'm talking about the city. But the sport, so the teams too. But
right.
But this is a hard one for me because here's the thing. It's almost like Dallas, their fans, I feel sorry for them because I think there's some delusion.
There's a lot of delusion. There's a lot of delusion going on.
And the highs and lows, it's like manic. But Philadelphia, their fans are just obnoxious, period.
Right.
And but the problem is though they've won.
Yeah.
Dallas fans haven't won, so Dallas fans have that same energy. But it's not even obnoxious to me. Philly fans are obnoxious. Dallas fans, they're just like so desperate for the glory days that as soon as they win a game, they start getting all over the internet. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys?
Exactly.
And they go out there with their jerseys and all of them say Michael Irvin or something on the back of them. None of them say Dak Prescott. It's because they're all living in the VCR era. Right. And they'll tell you how great they are. Slow it down. Wait until December, and you'll be out. But that's the difference. So I don't know who I dislike more. But I have to lean towards Philly.
I can tell you right now, hands down for me, I can't stand Dallas, and that comes from early on in life and whatnot.
Yeah,
I had a good friend of mine, and we always watched these games, man. And when Dallas used to be, this is when I was a Giant fan, actually. And And with Dallas,
hold up, time out. You can always tell what stage of ours life it is because
when
you'll always say, when I was this, when I was a Knicks fan, when I was
I always catch that part, Dave.
yeah.
I say that for a reason because I was a Giant fan, but you know what happened? I got off that bandwagon with that situation with the Knicks, so I couldn't respect the team anymore. I was like,
I will say one thing.
R has the unlimited Metro card of fandom. He can just get on and off.
But I give him credit for this, Dave. I love when he says he got off because I won't go to the last stop with you.
No,
he's getting off that train.
Yeah, I'm getting off.
He don't give a shit what the stop is. He's getting off. I give him that, man. He's not a ride or die.
I'm just saying. No, I would have been had it not been for that kicker situation back, years ago.
Yeah,
with that guy Josh Brown. That's the only reason why I got off that train. To be honest. Right. Well, I still would have been on it. But that I was like, because I held that team to a certain standard. Okay, they were up there to like how the Pittsburgh Steelers are and how they go about their business. So I respected the New York Giants. But when that went down, I was like, nah, I can't rock with y'all. I can't rock with y'all. I had to. Yeah.
You know you got me and Dave on the line, and this is one thing me and Dave definitely have in common. We're both Jets fans.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
And we didn't jump off the train yet. Actually, we probably killed ourselves on the train. We just don't know we died.
Exactly.
That's how long we stood on that.
That's
Understood.
Speaking of, it says, what's your NFL team and what are your expectations? I'm going to answer that one real quick. Just try to be competitive.
And and what team is that, brother?
The Jets.
The New York Jets.
Okay.
Jets
okay. You just said it too. Yeah, okay. All right. Just be competitive.
I want to go buy me a Jets hat and not feel like I was years ago. I told y'all a story one day. I went to the PX at Fort Bragg and I had my Knicks hat on. Mm-hmm. People were looking at me like, oh, fucking Knicks, they ain't done.
Right.
I told my wife, I'll be right back. I can't take this shit. I went in the car and put on my Yankee hat.
Right.
Oh, everybody's like now, oh man, doing the tip in the hat.
Yeah.
I said, wow, man.
Yeah.
So I got to get the Jets hat. I have not bought a Jets hat in probably 10 years.
Wow, you're good.
So I'm going to go buy me a Jets hat.
I think I got 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave, what's your expectations of your Jet team this year?
I think that they are able to make the playoffs. Yeah, I think they're able to make the playoffs. I'll see what Aaron Glenn has. He's definitely appears to be not for the BS.
Right.
So certain things he's not going to allow, and he looks like he has a high bar for his players, and high expectations for them. So I think with that alone, games have to be played, of course, but I think that there is a sense on this team that they might be heading in an upward direction. I think that they can make the playoffs. I don't think that they're going to be, go far, but I think that they're playoff capable.
Okay. I'll tell you this, like in regards to the Jets, when they made that hire of Aaron Glenn, I was very shocked, to be honest with you. I did not see that one coming. I don't know about you guys, how you felt. You just explained how you felt about Aaron Glenn and whatnot, Dave.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was not really expecting that. And once they hired him, I still was kind of like feeling a little funny. When I say funny, I was just like, is this the right move? But then seeing how he conducts himself, and he's very knowledgeable.
Right.
This could be a very positive move for you guys, honestly.
Yeah. I'm not going to go totally off I never liked the coach they had.
Which one? Robert Saleh?
Saleh, whatever his name was. Yeah. You know what he reminded me of?
What's that?
Of my alum, Penn State, their coach. Great guy. Great coach.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll get you through the regular season, have us pumped up. We are Penn State. And then when the rubber meets the road, can't beat Ohio State.
Right.
Can't beat Michigan. And they're all in the Big Ten.
Yep.
So he reminded me of him, like, come on, can you get us out of our own way just once? I mean, shit.
Yeah.
But, and Penn State, they don't fire their coaches, every other year. They
Yeah.
stick with him. It, you know, annoys the shit out of a lot of us. But hey, you know what? Maybe he gets him as far as he's supposed to. But Salid, to me, never.
No.
I don't know, guys. I'm not bashing the kid, but
please
I
do.
like the guy
If
they
it's
have
deserved,
now.
it's deserved, man.
Yeah, I
You know
like
what I'm
the guy they have now. He seems to have a direction. He seems to have that. I don't want to say that Pop Warner motivational. Hey, you know, he just seems
He
the
holds his
total
team.
opposite of Salid.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like a higher standard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait. Rob says he's a Giants fan. If they go 8-9, he'll be a happy camper.
Yeah.
You know. What else? Who else said something? I think it was Steve.
I'll tell you what, the Giants have. You know, we sit and we badmouth the Jets. You know, it's like if the Giants don't win a Super Bowl, they don't even have a winning record.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some strange stuff, man.
Yeah.
They either win it all or don't win
all
nothing.
or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you this much: the team that I got my eye on this year is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be a bad take. This is gonna be a bad take. I believe with Aaron Rodgers being more 100%. Hey, hold on.
I ain't saying nothing. I was talking to myself.
I know, but I heard it. I heard it, brother. I think that if he's healthy, which I believe he will be, and I think he's more closer to 100%, if not 100% already, I believe he's going to get to the playoffs. I think Pittsburgh will actually break that streak. I'm not saying they're going far now, but I think they will actually get to the playoffs and win a playoff game.
Be the first time in what, 9 years? I think the last one was 2016, maybe. I'll tell you who's my sleeper though.
Who's that?
The Houston Texans.
They got to put it together because that kid Stroud is something else.
Yes, he is. And guess what? Their defense is. They're not. They're in a pretty favorable division to begin with. So they'll 90. There's a 9 out of 10 chance they're gonna make the playoff. It's like, what do you do when you get there? Because this Stroud kid, oof. I don't know. We talk about all of these guys, you know, the this, the that, the McDaniels, and this kid's been going under the radar for a hot minute, and he puts up every year.
Well, he's not going to be under the radar anymore. That's what
No,
he's going to be on team's radar.
Honestly, guys, I'm not a big football fan, but y'all got me back into it. I'm just tired of seeing the same teams.
Right.
Buffalo, Kansas City, the Ravens, you know. It's getting to be a little mundane. I'd like to see these guys break through, if not my own team. First of all, I'm the Jets, but as a sleeper and as an outsider, I'd like to see them, you know, make some noise.
I'd like to see the Jets be competitive. You know, I'd like for it to be.
I think you're gonna get that.
Yeah, I'd like to watch a game and feel like, you know what, they have a chance.
Exactly. Yeah. My team's got a shot of getting a win. Rob says, seen the Green Bay quarterback story, played in New York, went somewhere else and did nothing.
Good move, Rob. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob, for your comments.
I knew I liked you, man. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping that's the game of the week on CBS. Because I can't expect to see my Jets other than Red Zone, because we get the Panthers. And they're the Fox. They're on Fox though. So let's hope that the Jets and the Steelers are the game of the week nationally. So maybe I can see the game. If not, I'll just have to peek it on Red Zone.
Right.
Because I'm trying to. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's tomorrow, so that's out the question. The Chiefs are playing tomorrow, so that takes them out of Sunday.
Right. They're playing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that the game in Brazil?
Shit, I don't even know.
I don't know. Yeah, I just know that they're playing Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I see Dallas is ahead, 14-7.
Yeah.
Ronan, where you at, Ronan?
I'm here.
Ronan says, "Shut up."
I'm here. Right.
Yeah, they're playing in Brazil tomorrow night.
Okay. Gotcha. Anything from you, Ronan? I know you're a Dallas fan. I know your expectations with this team. I can only
I
imagine.
don't have any expectations with this. I told you last week. They could win 10, 9, 10, 11 games to get in the playoffs. And it's not. I'm just looking. You got, like I said, man, you got to look at
Yeah.
the track record, man. Is that you have an owner who destroyed a dynasty in 5 years.
Mm.
5 years. You trade away your player. You get it. All right. So yeah, you need Oh, Clark, you need someone to help with the run defense. He's just one player. You could have signed other players to fix that. You could have went out and got other linebackers to fix that. One
Right.
player is not going to look. If he was Bob Lilly, I get it, but he's
Maybe.
not Bob Lilly. He's not. He's a very nice player. He's a very good player, but he's not Aaron Donald, man. I mean, one
Right.
player is not going to change. You got the other
Right.
players on the line. They have to do their jobs as well, and they didn't address that. You didn't address it in free agency. You didn't address it in the draft. You've ignored it for decades, just like you ignored the safety situation for decades. So, and again, when you go out and do your little thing, his press junket for his whatever that series on Netflix, which I refuse to watch, and you're more concerned about headlines and creating drama and also the nonsense, you have to be logical and sensical, as you know, have common sense as a Cowboys fan. Like, look, this dude is not interested in winning.
Right.
He's not. Well, if you get 10 wins, you get playoffs. That's revenue. They're going to be on TV.
Right.
That's more revenue. If he actually really wanted to, if he was concerned about money, really concerned about money, he just sell the team. You ain't going to make $13 billion on one. That's one spot right there. $13 billion on the spot. But he's not going to do that because he likes being a celebrity. This dude was on Landman, for God's sakes. Landman.
Was he really on Landman?
Yeah, he was. He was
Jesus.
on the episode of Landman.
Wow.
Dead ass serious. So he that right there. Name me the other owner who's on TV, on a TV show.
Well, he wants to be the star. He wants to be the full. He wants to be the Balmer.
Was George on Seinfeld? No, I don't think George. He didn't appear on Seinfeld. So I mean, come on, man.
I will say this about the Cowboys, though. Dak Prescott could be the best quarterback. He could be the best regular season quarterback I ever saw.
Outside of Peyton Manning.
Yeah, going back because I gotta he don't do shit in the playoffs, but they was running his numbers today. I happen to be watching ESPN. They were running his regular season numbers. This guy's a stud until they get to the playoffs.
But can we say the same thing about homeboy
Kirk Cousins,
the multiple MVP, Lamar Jackson? Can we say the same thing about him?
Yeah. Allen.
Ha!
Your boy Josh, who I love dearly. He's another one. Yeah.
That guy.
And that's what I mean, guys. We got to get, I say it every year. I'd love to see Josh Allen go to the Super Bowl. I'm just tired of seeing the same teams, man. The Jets could play the Utah Jazz in the Super Bowl, and I'd be happy as shit just to see two different teams. It's like, wow, it's almost like the NBA, the same teams.
Right. Let me welcome our boy, Sir Bishop. Your mic is live. Thank you for joining us tonight, brother. How you doing? Oh, he's got his mic muted, so I guess he's not talking. So sorry about that. Oh, then again, let's see. Bishop? Let's see.
Yeah,
difficulty. He's trying to fix it.
Where's Mr. Live with his onesie at, man?
He probably settled in already.
The zipper stuck.
That was funny as hell, man. I thought he was gonna roll over and grab a pacifier and say nighty night.
For sure. Let me see if this gentleman's mic is live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We hear you now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Good evening, brothers. Good evening.
What up, Bish?
Another day, another penny.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Can't even get a dial, this motherfucker.
Getting pennies. It's like you working like a horse and getting paid like a chicken.
Damn, I'm gonna have to write that one down.
You know what I'm saying? Sir Bishop, we was talking about some of these NFL takes. So who's your NFL team, and what are your expectations for the upcoming season? / all the top NFL takes.
Yeah, I heard the tail end of what Dom was saying. It's like the NFL is like you already know the teams that are going to be there towards the end.
Yep.
There might be like 1 or 2 surprises during the season, but then something's going to happen. It's not like the melodrama even before the season kind of like dictates. It's just like, all right, we're going to be hearing about the Browns and what they're doing and what they're not doing. And, the 49ers team almost with Captain Almost. and the Cowboys, the hot mess that they are. That's the one time that I agree with Ronan on his take. It was like,
classic.
Yeah, it was like, that's a disgruntled fan right there. But it was like, I agree with him though, and I'm waiting to see that unfold into a disaster.
Bishop, ain't you a Giants fan?
I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah,
I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, and it's like, there's another Cowboy fan. I realized it's like undercover Cowboys fan down the block. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of all of y'all.
Taking them out, huh?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
It's like I thought you were cool till you bust out that Cowboys hat.
Oh man.
How many games you think the Giants are gonna win? Fish.
I'm hoping that either Winston or Russell can pull together just a decent season, make them formidable, make them a 500 team. You know what I mean? Win the games that they're supposed to win.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Win the games they're supposed to win, and then the teams that are more settled, it's like, yeah, well, maybe we don't have an offensive line, or maybe we don't have the receivers, but at least be decent. You can't come out of the garbage, the basement, after like what 2-3 seasons of just pure garbage, and then you're gonna come out and blow it out. It's like, nah, they gotta pay their dues.
I got a question for you Giant fans. Well, Bishop, is Jackson Dart the guy?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, bro.
Is he the guy? Because you're looking at Russell, who he's close to retiring. Jameis, I mean, depending on how he plays, whether he gets to stay there for a couple more years or whatnot. But the guy they drafted, they view as possibly long term. Is that guy the guy? He played well during the preseason.
Preseason means nothing.
I get it. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
We gotta see. I don't know. It's too early. That's like looking at the summer league and being like, yo, this guy's gonna be a legend. It's like, yeah. based on summer league play.
Right.
Okay.
Something I never watch.
No, same here. I don't watch that bullshit.
Well, it was a lot of hype. It was a lot of hype.
Always.
Exactly. I can't get into it, man. I'm sorry.
No, never have, never will.
Cooper Flag had he played 2 games. The second game he was pretty decent. They were like, yo, shut him down. Yo, we got a Hall of Famer here. Shut him down.
Right.
It's like, yo.
Y'all remember what's his name debut in summer league? Zion.
Zion, yeah.
And then we never saw him again for the next 20 years.
Well,
I just saw him. He was trying to slide in somebody else's DM to the.
Oh,
wow! Stop. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's probably in the background on comments on our show.
But whoever she is, I don't know. Apparently, she's somebody that people know. But she kind of like shut him down and told him, just focus on his health. Yeah. So.
Well, at least she was caring.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, she was just doing that. She was just doing that for the cameras.
Yeah.
She was just doing that for the cameras. On the back end, she like, yo, here's my real DM. Here's my real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hit me up over here. Yeah.
Well, like I said, let's get into a little NBA stuff. What you guys think? Did you guys see this?
Oh, wait. Did you give your expectation for your team? Or
I don't have a team.
Right, that's what I was about to say. You're still trying to
Yeah.
figure out what your team.
Yeah, I don't have a team. I
He's-
have no team.
Yeah, he's waiting until Kansas City wins
yeah.
wins like 9 games. Then he's gonna be like, yo, you know what?
Nah,
Kansas
nah.
City.
Nah,
Yo,
It's
I
okay.
don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. Nah, I got
It's
no
okay.
team. I have no
around
affiliation
Veterans
to
Day.
any team. I just watch football to watch football. That's it.
Somewhere around Veterans Day, you start, I'm narrowing it down to.
Nah,
Yeah.
son. Nah, that's a
Yeah.
negative. Remember the show. That's a negative, okay? Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
We're gonna see his wallpaper. His wallpaper with the Chiefs. We're gonna start the show. His background wallpaper is gonna be the Chiefs.
Negative, son. Negative. That's not gonna happen.
With like little Patrick Mahomes faces.
Yeah, okay.
In and out.
Yeah, right. Get out of here.
I think we should have R do like a decision, like LeBron did, and just, with different
Ain't gonna
hats.
be no damn decisions. I'm done. I'm done. Josh Allen and the Bills killed it for me. I said I'm done. I can't rock anymore.
All right.
Hurts too much. I'm not doing it.
Haven't we heard that before?
I think
No,
so.
you haven't heard.
I
Get
think
the fuck out of here.
Haven't we heard
Fuck
that?
outta here.
Haven't we heard that story before?
Yeah,
I never heard that shit.
and then you go hard, like this is the one. This is the one.
It's like
He's like a woman, and she's waiting for
Fuck out of
the
here.
ring. He's waiting for the ring.
Listen, 2 Quaaludes and you love him in the morning.
Yo.
Yeah.
He'll
He'll pick a team when his shipment comes.
Nah, son, get out of here. You're wilding out. You're wilding out. Tom, you hear this BS, man?
Dom is in stats land right now.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They hear this bullshit. Anyway, let's move on.
You ain't gonna believe it, man. The Yankees had bases loaded, and the guy didn't pitch the ball in time with a 3-2 count.
Oh,
really?
And they got a run. Yeah, I thought it was a
balk. Right.
Wow.
But they said he eclipsed the time, and
well, there you go then.
Never seen that before, but
that's a technical foul in baseball.
Yeah, in baseball, yeah. I will say this, not to get off. I watched all these Yankee games. I don't think I've seen so much inconsistency on balls and strikes. In these 3 games.
Yeah.
It's almost pathetic. And again, I wish they would get rid of that little box.
Yeah.
Because that just pisses you off more. Because you see the shit's not in the box.
Yeah. Right.
Get rid of that box, man.
Before you jump into this,
sorry.
Are you going to talk anything just briefly about that? What was it, guy that Framber Vout, that the guy who gave it the grand slam and then hit the catcher on the next pitch? You guys saw that one? The Astros?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Nah.
Yeah, so what's his name? Framber Valdez or whatever the guy's name is, the lefty for Houston, and he gave up the grand slam to the who was it? Grisham. He gave up the grand slam.
Yeah. Okay.
So in a nutshell, the catcher, his bases loaded. Catcher does his hand like that, tells him to step off. Framber Valdez decides, no, I'm going to pitch. He didn't want to step off. Next pitch he throws, guy hits a grand slam. So you can see the pitcher is visibly upset. So the next pitch, the next batter comes up. Whatever the catcher threw down, I think he threw down a curve or something off speed, and Valdez throws a fastball.
Yeah,
crosses him up, and the catcher misses it, hits him in the chest protection, and and then you see the catcher get up and to get gets another ball from the throws it back, but you can see he's definitely pissed off, and so the internet is going wild. Of course, the pitcher said no, it wasn't intentional.
No, I saw that game. Dude.
It sure looked intentional.
Yeah. He threw that shit right. You can see where
instead of throwing a curveball,
because you can see the catcher. You know how the catcher does this. he goes out because he knows it's going to be a curve, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So he went one way and the ball went bam.
Yeah, he crossed him up through a fastball.
Wow.
Yeah, right there.
And it was like the very next pitch. So
yeah. Now I remember. I was
yeah,
watching the whole series.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it was all over the social media for a few days, but it was crazy because I'm like, I don't know how they. Yeah, he said he didn't do it on purpose, but it sure looked. I've been watching baseball. Dom, you've been watching. We've been watching baseball for years,
and it was the next pitch, Dave.
It was the very next pitch, and it's literally the catcher tells him, step off before he pitches. He's like, nah, I got this. Throws a pitch, guy hits the grand slam off.
Wow.
Very next pitch, he crosses him up, and you can see the catcher like looking at him like,
I should punch you in your face.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about that whole thing, Dave? He's telling the pitcher to step off.
Yep.
The pitcher blows him off.
Yes.
And gives up a grand slam.
Gives up the grand slam. Why you mad at the catcher?
Right. Exactly.
He tried to help you out.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, of course he's going with the story of I didn't do this intentionally.
Yeah.
But I'm sure his argument would have been that, well, he threw me out of my rhythm or something like that.
Right.
Anything to make it sound like, well, I didn't just throw a bad pitch.
There's some background to that. There's some background.
There's definitely
there's history to that.
If anything, him throwing you off your rhythm should have got you off your rhythm.
Yeah.
And you stepped out. Because guess what? When he said, you still, believe it or not, guys, even with this, as Bishop says, shot clock violation, even with the time, you could call a timeout. The pitcher, the batter, the catcher, you could call a timeout, the clock reset. You only get one per inning.
Yeah, right.
But he was trying to tell him that.
Yeah.
And homeboy looked at him and said, okay. And the next pitch, bam, grand slam.
Right.
Yep. He gets pissed off at the catcher. Okay. Yeah. Kind of weird, but
very weird. Yeah.
Exactly.
But anyway.
Yeah, have you guys heard about this NBA introducing a 3-team format, USA versus the world for the 2026 NBA All-Star game. Rob says, if you look at last season's All-Star game, one of the teams was World, the other was Vets, and the third was Young Crap. Young Crop, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So this new one, I don't know, Dom, excuse me for using your terminology, Commissioner Bobblehead. I don't know what is going on. Why are you trying? And supposedly, from what I read, the public is kind of clamoring for this, which I found a little hard to believe. They're clamoring for this type of exhibition.
Who is the public?
Right.
Well, the fans.
They ain't asked us.
Yeah, well, exactly.
I missed
that. Allegedly, the fans want it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Man, you know what, guys? It's to the point now where they've tried everything. Cancel the shit. You're so into load management, rest days. Yeah. Take that week. Let everybody get a breather. Go home. Do what you got to do. Come back refreshed. Call it a day. If you want to have your Friday night with the slam dunk and the 3-point and all that shit, fine, do that and let's move on. The game is not worth watching. Hasn't been worth watching in how long, guys? Come on.
Yeah, it's years. I got a recommendation for them. You want to make something new, innovative? What you can do is you have all the fans coming to the arena. You got the big scoreboards, which are like jumbotrons, and then you have the players in a back room playing 2K.
Yeah, or in their house playing 2K.
Right. They don't even have, right, exactly. Let them be there so they can come out, and if they can, be announced and stuff like that, then they go back into the locker room and they just play it out on 2K because they keep messing with this thing.
Yeah.
Listen, it sucks. Mm-hmm. It has lost its luster, and I think All-Star games in general have lost their luster.
You know what they should do, and I think this would. So there's a bunch. There's how many guys on each team? 15.
No, I think it's supposed to be. No. You talking about for the All-Star?
How many guys?
Is it 12 or 15? I forgot.
I thought it was 12.
No, it's much less than. I think it's 10 because there's 30 All-Stars altogether.
All right, so So
10
reduce it
per team.
reduce it down to 7 guys on each side.
Whoa.
Reduce it down to 7 guys, and now you're gonna get dudes that play. Because now, if you really want to make it, you really gonna play hard and you really gonna go all out. And not everybody gets it. Now you got everybody tight. The other 3 guys or the other 6 guys who didn't make it, now they got points to prove.
Mm.
Oh well, see you next season, and keep it at 7. It's like, yo, the top 7 players, and the fans don't get the vote.
But you know what's crazy? Because Dom mentions it, that people are clamoring for this. But last season, everybody was making fun of it. And it literally was the world, the vets, and the up-and-comers. If you look at the rosters from last year's All-Star game, that's what it really was.
Okay. Because now,
And
so
nobody
Rob,
liked it.
So Rob, they got 3 teams. I think 8-man teams, something like that, some nonsense.
Yeah, I think it's 10-man because there's 15 per team. When there's a 2 All-Stars, so it's 30. So it's 3 10-man rosters or something like that, or 8 and 2 Alts or whatever it is. However, maybe it's 8-man teams, so it's 24. Right. Whatever the used to be, the All-Star was, if there were 24 All-Stars, then that's what it still is. The All-Star number didn't go up.
Okay.
And if you look at last season's team, I think there was the world team. Everybody was a foreign player except one guy because they only had 7 foreigners. And then there was one team with vets that, have been around for a while, been in the All-Star game for years. And then there was the up-and-comers, which is the 1 and 2 All-Star teams that they made, or their first All-Star.
I think that was the Rising Stars.
No, but it was part of the All-Star game because they had the round robin.
Oh, right.
Right, they had the round robin last year, and this is what they're doing again this year. But this year they're actually calling it USA versus the world.
Right.
It's silly, and it's like when they say people are clamoring for it. What people, and who's keeping what? How do you keep statistics on what people want to see? Because they ain't sending out no survey. They just saying people are clamoring for it. Like what people? What people?
But I think that's been the NBA's MO, Bishop. It's always Bishop said he likes this. Dave said he liked, but meanwhile, like it's like the sippy cup.
Yeah.
Who's really concerned with that bullshit? It's a regular season game to begin with. And you're the NBA is the only organization that crowns 3 champions in 1 year. Summer League, Sippy Cup, and NBA championship.
No, it's like if guys don't want to be there, that's fine. But you make it 7-man teams. Make it 7-man on each team and have a little like mini tournament. Kind of like, okay, well, 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, and kind of like make it like that. And then the last 2 teams standing, those are the ones that get to play for the money. Everybody else is just playing for fun.
Right.
Get out of here.
That's sippy cup thing you're talking about, Dom. I agree with you. First of all, I want to say I agree with you. But the NBA is trying to do like the Premier League soccer tournaments, that they have a mid-season tournament and so on and so forth. And that's for the world. So they're because that's what they're about now. Their growth is outside the United States. So that's what they want to cater to.
I bet when I got up, y'all thought I was going to get my onesie.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, but guys, we had this conversation. The NBA just, and you know what's sad? Everything they've tried, they struck out.
Yeah.
Well, all of this stuff is predicated on the media making big deals out of this stuff. Because if you think about it, the All-Star game hasn't been like a real competitive type of game since like Jordan, Magic, and those guys were playing.
Iverson with Marbury, and that was
those haven't really been like competitive games. It's all been a show for the dignitaries and all the actors and actresses and all of the rappers and stuff. Everybody gets to come out and show off their wares. It's not about the basketball game
No,
itself. It's
no.
about the pomp and circumstance around the weekend. So this whole idea
Yep.
that somehow you're gonna make it this uber competitive type of weekend when it's never been about that, because guys are not guys don't hold that like I want to show my peers that I'm better than all of them. Guys don't have that anymore. Guys don't have that
Yeah,
anymore.
you're right. You're right,
Yep.
Bishop. And I also think that one reason why I think All-Star games suffer today is because, if I'm being honest with you, a lot of these athletes, it's an oversaturation. We see them all over the place. And
Yeah.
so there isn't really that sense of,
No.
wow, we've got in one building at one time, we've got, you know, 24 or whatever of the best out there. And so you get a chance to see them all in that element and going against each other. We see so much of it now that there isn't that same sense of, oh, I want to stay up to see this. You know what? I could do without it. I don't need to see it. If you miss it, you always catch it somewhere else, and it doesn't have that same mystique that it
Right.
used to have. And I think that happened years ago with baseball. The Pro Bowl is now, I don't know, it's some kind of circus. I don't know
Oh,
what they do
flag
with that.
football.
Yeah,
They need
yeah.
to stop. They need to
So
stop.
it's all of these things, and so we come out of an era where there was these there was a mystique around these athletes, and that era is gone. And so now it's just everything is so gimmicky to me that I can do without it. I don't know the last time I watched it. Also,
I agree with you to a sense. It's pre-social media, but now, remember, at one point in our lives, we were only able to see the teams in our area.
yes.
So in
Yeah.
an all-star game, you get to see players everywhere,
Everywhere.
all the time.
Right.
If the Knicks were playing the Lakers twice a year, I saw them. I saw Kobe twice.
Right.
Right.
But now you can literally see every game anytime, and there's so much social media, and you can stream
Yep.
and so there's no mystique to it to see, okay, I want to see this guy play or that guy play, because you see it, and everything's available at our fingertips all year round. So I agree with that.
I will say though, MLB has kind of sort of hit pay dirt for their last two All-Star games.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
They've had the last two at least that because they're the most recent.
Mhm.
Especially this last one last year, just a few months ago.
Right.
That shit
Right.
went down to the wire, man. I mean, it was like a
Mhm.
real game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so much dilution, and then it's like, okay, well, it was teetering on being like you're uninterested, and now they just keep throwing like different things at it. It's like, yo, go back to. I understand what you're saying, like they're catering to an international market, but it's kind of like the international market is not really interested in, like, to me, it's not really interested in all that flair and this and that, because they're very like
That's not
basic.
their style.
Right.
Yeah.
They're very like
Yeah.
fundamental and like
Fundamental.
basic.
Exactly.
So it's not like there's a bunch of, like athletic, flying through the air, dunking Europeans. Nah, they back cuts and, fundamentally sound basketball. So
Right.
it's not like you attracting them more by showing them all of this flair, and because that's not how they play.
Right.
So my thing is, again, it used to be very valid point. We used to look forward to it because it was the only time that we got to see all these great athletes play on the court and at the same time. But now with the streaming, you could
League
see
pass.
any game anywhere,
Pretty much.
and
Pretty
it's
much.
just like there's not that mystery around it. Like, yo, I want to see what Clyde does against Jordan. Or I want to see what Dominique does against this person, or because they don't get to play. You know what I'm saying? I don't get to see them play, and then that also built it up for the players because they can anticipate. They want to see what the matchup is going to be when Jordan tries to guard Dominique or
Yeah.
whoever it is. It's like, or the guards to see like when Isaiah is coming down and breaking somebody down, and how's that going to play out? And when Isaiah is going to get Stockton, and you don't have that anymore. Because all these
Because these
guys,
players don't compete, man. No one
I
likes
think
this dude, Joe.
I hate
I-
to say it, but I think I'm one that might become a curmudgeon. We're getting older.
Oh,
Yeah.
welcome to the club.
Get off my
Well,
lawn, damn
You're
it.
in the right space. You're in the
Yeah,
right.
get off my lawn, shit.
because
There
we're
you
making
go.
we're making fun of the All-Star game. Yet my mom took me once a year to see the Harlem Globetrotters, so that was the All-Star game. The same what's going on
but you
today.
but you knew what it was though.
Right.
You knew
Right.
what it was.
Yeah.
You went there with the expectation to be entertained.
Right.
You didn't for the serious NBA play. You ain't
No,
going
I,
there to
I
see
get
guys.
it, but that's the style that the
Yeah.
NBA All-Star game is. It's like watching, the Harlem
Entertainment,
Globetrotters beat whatever Washington
Generals.
Washington Generals.
Generals over there.
Yeah. I'm old school, with it, and I think that particularly with what we guys were talking about with like Jordan going against Dominique and stuff like that. We've seen these guys. We've seen what they could do. I think it was Joe DiMaggio. Dom, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but they asked him like, why does he play so hard?
Oh yeah.
And he essentially said, because there's, always someone who's never seen me play before,
Mhm.
in the crowd, and so he gives it his all, and I think we've lost that because everybody has basically seen everybody through YouTube videos. We've seen these guys when they were in middle school or junior or high school, so there isn't that. That's what I mean about that mystique around these players, and so now they don't need the showcase that is the All-Star game to show who they are, and I think that's why it's lost some of that importance of guys, opting out and saying, "Listen, I don't need to play in this."
Right.
Yeah,
Look at, but they
years
don't
ago.
pay homage.
Yeah.
They don't pay homage to the guys who came before them.
No,
The NFL
no.
does that.
No.
The NBA does. I mean,
Yeah.
Major League Baseball does
Baseball
that.
does
Even
it,
hockey
yeah.
does that. They don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And then you got all these guys on these podcasts. Half of them are idiots.
Mhm.
And
Oh God.
one
That's what I
thing that
said
I
about
agree
the
with,
mic.
yeah. Now,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing that I agree with that I heard someone that this is something that LeBron said and Draymond Green said. I don't like either one of them. But one of the things that they said is that these guys, first of all, they don't love the game, which is true. Two, they don't even know how to play the game. I think the game is devolved. I don't think it's gotten better. I think it's gotten worse. But that right there, and then you're hearing. I was listening to Brian Shaw. He's like, you got guys coming in the league, and when they go to different cities and stuff like that. Like, oh, let me introduce you to so and so. They don't know who Clyde Frazier is.
Wow.
They don't even know who
Wow.
who Clyde Drexler is, and they play on the Portland Trailblazers.
Mm.
You play for the Trailblazers, but you don't know who Clyde is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that right there,
Says a
the
lot.
podcast thing is out of control. You got people
Oh.
like Jeff Teague shouldn't have a podcast. He's a clown. Draymond Green shouldn't have a podcast because he's a clown. It's and you want to say the player empowerment. They created this monster. You gave them the power, and now they can sit out when they want. They can do this. They can do that. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. That's fine. Baseball players ain't doing that. They ain't sitting out games. They play 162 games a year. They got the longest season of professional sports. Hockey players ain't sitting out. The game's way more physical than the NBA.
Yep.
But it's deeper
NFL
than
players aren't
that.
sitting out.
Yeah.
Way
Hockey-
more
hockey-
physical than NBA.
Hockey players could have a stroke and be out there for the third
No
period.
shit. Throw
Yeah.
some drink
But
some damn cough syrup and
Yep.
But I
You
think
got
it's
NBA
deeper than that in the NBA. I think people, players have spoken about that. Like 60% of the NBA doesn't even want to play in the league. They just want the fame and the money, and their talent gives it to them. So look at, and I hate to bring him up, but look at Ben Simmons.
Mhm.
All right? Never improved on what he
you
is.
brought
And
him up.
now he's talking about retirement. But he's
Here
had
we go.
issues since college. They said he's a quitter, but being 6'10" and can dribble the ball and be a point guard, automatically he's going to get paid big bucks in the NBA. But do you think he really wanted to play in the NBA? I mean, if you give him another job where he can make $100 million, he might have taken that. But the NBA is the only one that's going to give him that.
So, Rob, did you come on? Dom, did you bring Rob on?
Yeah, I've known him for a while now.
Okay,
Right.
because Rob fits right in. Rob must have been watching old shows because everything, he said, "I don't want to be a curmudgeon." Well, welcome to the curmudgeon channel. Everything that Rob is saying.
6-0 in 5 days. So,
all right, so we're the same age.
I am a
Right.
curmudgeon.
Yeah,
Right.
you're right. Yep.
Yeah, he's around our age. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's right there. He's my
Right
age.
there.
You know what's the weirdest thing I heard last year, Dave?
Yeah.
When the season was getting a little out of hand and jabs were being thrown, Paul George said, "I'm going to give up my
Oh my
podcast."
God.
Remember, and I'm
Yes,
going
I
to
do.
concentrate on playing basketball.
Yes, I
We
do.
was talking about this shit last
Word.
year.
Word.
I'm going to stop my podcast to concentrate on my real job.
Right.
Oh,
You actually said this shit out loud.
Exactly.
like it was OG things.
right.
Made no
Oh,
sense.
that's there. That's the answer. Well, somebody finally figured it out. Yeah.
Come on. And we know Paul George, dude ain't play a full season in
Well,
what?
that's the part.
Since Moses parted the Red Sea. I mean, come on, man. This guy's talking about I'm gonna concentrate on playing
Exactly.
basketball.
The nerve. We was like,
Wow.
what?
Yeah, right on. Remember?
Who did
Hell
you think
yeah,
he
bro.
were for all these years?
Oh,
You thought he was an influencer.
Exactly.
It's sort of like when, again, guys, we've been doing this so long. It's like when the Sixers signed him, we were like, oh shit. They're gonna be like the Wounded Warriors with him and Embiid.
You already know.
Who's gonna play 20 games? I mean,
You already know the deal.
And what happened?
Well,
but see, that's what I mean about the
They
mic, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody got a mic that don't need to have a mic. And hey, they think they're the media.
Yeah.
It's just like these Twitter spaces. These guys will go on Twitter and stay on these spaces for 6-7 hours.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
what
hell can you possibly be saying?
Hell no.
No, man, nah.
Hey,
no.
See, I grew up in an era. Remember, I don't know if you can remember Oscar De La Hoya. He stopped fighting for a while and wanted to do other things, like started playing music and doing other things outside of boxing, and nobody gave him any attention because his main job was boxing. And so when he tried to deviate from his main job, it was like a losing proposition. So then he went back to fight, and then with the fighting he can do other things. Now these guys, they're like Paul George. He was like, okay, I'm going to do a podcast. And, but the NBA is where you make your real dollars from. Yeah, you can make a living being a podcaster or whatnot, but you're not making crazy money like in the NBA.
You ain't making $48 million a year.
Right, and you're only playing 50 games a year,
Right.
Well, to me, that's the biggest problem with the NBA.
It's a huge problem.
I said this when it happened, when Commissioner Bobblehead decided you got to play so many games to be eligible for awards. Like really? Like, who cared? Nobody cared. They still were doing loan management.
Yeah.
You know. And the one year Embiid, before it goes into effect, Embiid wins the MVP the year before Commissioner Bobblehead made this a policy.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are you doing, man? When you gotta keep trying to reinvent yourself, something ain't right, guys. Something ain't right.
He's
get rid of that playing game, that playoff nonsense too.
Oh, that too. Who said that?
I agree.
Ronan.
There should be no playing tournament. If you can't be the top 8 team in your conference,
then you shouldn't. Exactly. You're not. You shouldn't be there.
What did I say in the beginning? Everybody had 82 games. Everybody, every team in the NBA, all 30 teams had 82 games to get to 1-8 or 8-1, however you want to put it. And now we're going to add what? Here's the weird thing about this, though, Ronan. It was around the time, because we remember, especially the Eastern Conference, there was a stretch when the 7th and 8th seed was teams under 500.
Yeah.
And the Eastern Conference finally caught up, and there was no more. Everybody had a 500 record. It was looking good, 1-8. And then you invent this bullshit.
Right.
Really? But this is the same league that says we need 6 weeks off in between the All-Star game because we need load management.
Yeah.
And now you want to add more games. Really? Come on. This guy, I keep saying this guy's no shade. I haven't seen one thing this dude touched that he made better.
You got that right.
I'm sorry.
Well, listen, before I go to this next topic, let me mention something. Our boy Rob mentioned boxing. You know I'm going with this, so you should know I'm going with this. 2026. It's happening. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather.
Get out of here.
In spring of 2026.
Didn't we just talk about this last week?
It's gonna happen.
When's this gonna happen? Or when?
In early spring in 2026.
Oh,
allegedly, contracts are signed.
When it happens, I want to make sure I'm sitting outside watching the clouds just
watching traffic,
or just watching some guy. I'll put something on watching paint dry on TV.
Oh,
who cares, man?
We just had this conversation
Bro,
last week, guys.
Yo, dude, I couldn't even believe that, man. I was like, what? I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, you have got to be kidding me.
Is it going to be in April for WrestleMania, or?
You would think so. You would think so. I'm guessing either March or April. Yep, for spring of 2026. Contracts are signed.
And there was a time I didn't like wrestling because I knew it was fake, and now boxing is like taking over for that shit.
Man,
the sport is dead. The sport is dead.
I got nothing.
The sport is dead. You know what I'm saying? When you have a clown, like I'm gonna bring him in. Reggie.
That would be
What up, Reg?
Sir.
Oh, Reg.
Mr. Retirement is in the house.
You know, I had some family obligations I had to tend to.
Of course. It's all good, brother.
Since we're not unhinged, but Reg, I brought this up. Y'all remember, y'all call him Shamik. I call him Craig.
Yeah.
We was on the phone today, and he's complaining about, these shifts with Amazon. He's a manager at Amazon Fresh. I didn't even know Amazon had food until Craig got this job. Yeah.
Right.
It's like he got one of the rare jobs in the East Coast. It's in somewhere outside of New Jersey where he lives.
Okay.
So we're talking today, and he was like, man, as long as I've known you, you've been retired. I said, but you know what, Craig? Sometimes it becomes a gift and a curse. Because people say, Reggie ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Dominic ain't doing nothing. Yeah. Like I'm sitting there waiting for you to give me something to do. But then
Perfect.
I gotta be honest, then your conscience starts bothering you, and you be like, well, I really ain't doing nothing.
Oh man, you doing shit. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, all right, it gets to the point where you be like, oh fuck. And plus I'm getting older, so I'm getting more sympathetic with age.
I get it. Yeah.
So, but yeah, people will look at you and say, "Oh, damn, Reggie ain't got nothing to do today. He ain't got no." I love you ain't got no job shit. Like I never, like I just decided to stop working.
They can call me Tommy any day of the week.
Yeah, right. But it cracks me up, guys.
R
ain't got no job.
Right.
I know. I was a derelict.
Yeah.
Oh, it's serious. I was telling Craig, and he started laughing. I'm like, yeah, Craig. I told you guys a million times since I met y'all. I used to always say, "Damn, y'all think I'd be joking sometimes." Man, I wish I still had a job. Probably the 12 for real. Probably to take me away from some of this extracurricular bullshit I gotta deal with.
Yeah. But you know what? I mean, I'm still working, but I took some time off. But sometimes you feel like you don't have a right to say no. You don't have a right to turn down things because people are like, well, what are you doing? You know, yeah.
No, but
it's not like y'all
only,
don't know me.
It's not
I
only
could be one of the most arrogant motherfuckers in the world.
It's not only you can't say no.
Yeah.
I got 2 ex-wives, and I got kids with both of them.
Oh,
and
jeez.
So they call the mom, and they go, Mom, I need this. Oh, call your dad. He ain't doing nothing. That's literally the answer every time.
Right.
I'm like,
damn.
excuse me, I got plans too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
wow.
I've gotten soft, guys. Believe me. Y'all have known me for long enough. Y'all know I'm one arrogant son of a bitch. But somehow, somewhere along the line, since I met y'all, I've developed this heart that I didn't know I had.
Well, that's a good thing, brother. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, brother. Down the road, that's a good thing. Yes, that's a good thing, brother. Come on, you want to be like the
It's a good thing. Dom sits out on his lawn in an easy chair.
Yeah.
We've tapped into your empathy.
He sits out on the lawn in an easy chair on a rainy day.
Oh God!
Tapped into his
empathy. I was living the life, man.
He was like carefree. Yeah. Who cares? I don't care about that. And all of a sudden, it's like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden he's empathetic. Yeah.
Guys, let's get into this one. What do you guys think about this?
This is crazy.
Now, you know what they with the Los Angeles Clippers and Steve Ballmer and Kawhi Leonard and circumventing the whole salary cap, there was like a subtle hint, so to speak, at the Knicks and Jalen Brunson.
I just saw that.
Yeah, I was like,
They all do it.
That's what I
said. Wait, whoa. They said Kawhi Leonard circumventing the salary cap. Don't he owe them some money?
Apparently not.
Not to this degree, Reg. This is some weird stuff here. I hope it ain't true, but again, like Bishop said, we know it's true.
Exactly. They all do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Backdoor contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how are you? Just think about this. You got some of these guys are billionaires. How are you gonna tell your billionaire what he can do with his money? You think he ain't gonna figure out a way?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Even if he said, yeah, you know what, this is the organization is not giving you this. I'm giving you this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If this ain't got nothing to do with the Clippers, I'm giving this to you because I want you to play for my team, separate and apart from the salary cap. You think they're not doing that? They all doing it.
Without a doubt.
Right.
They all doing it. It's like, stop trying to pretend like if you really wanted to stop it from happening or minimize it, increase the salary cap.
Right.
Right. Increase the salary cap so everybody is playing,
within the
confines. It can all be out in the open.
Or don't have a salary cap.
Right, the ones who can't afford it,
suck it up.
You get the best for your money.
Yeah.
You get the best for your money. So, sorry you are in wherever you are. Sorry you're in Milwaukee or whatever.
Right.
You know?
If I'm not mistaken, Dave, 2016 was the year the Mets lost to the Royals.
15.
Okay. 2015 was a prime example of this fiasco. Because in baseball, they have this thing where all the excess money, like Dave and me go over the cap, it goes to this big pie. We spread it around the different ball clubs. The Kansas City Royals won the World Series on the backs of the team they beat, the Mets, the Red Sox, the Yankees, all the money they acquired. They actually, I forgot what they said, Dave. They actually garnered more money through this system than they paid in salary.
That's right.
That was some weird shit.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Pirates have been doing that for years.
Yeah, but let's just be honest. This is what basketball needs to do because we're gonna keep doing this. You know, I told you guys, with these aprons and tablecloth, this is a prime example of how you get around that.
Yeah.
Keeping it a buck, guys. Just keeping it a buck. We knew it was going to happen. I've said it for a year now. these slick son of a bitches are going to find a way to circumventilate this system.
You did say that.
Yeah, and here we are. You know, and can you blame them? Like Bishop said, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
You know, okay, Bishop, I'm gonna give you a $48 million contract to play with the Clippers, and I'm also gonna give you $12.5 million to cut my grass 6 times a year. Really? Okay. Yeah. You think he's gonna cut that grass? No, but and you're right though, they brought up Jalen Brunson. And
yeah, but that's because what's his name? Dolan, he does things right out front in your face. All right, we want Jalen Brunson. We're going to sign him. We're going to sign his daddy. We're going to sign his mom, his wife. The whole family works for the Knicks, making millions of dollars, and there you go.
The baby's the ball boy.
Right, and Jalen Brunson's playing for $1.
Right.
Right.
What was that team with the Minnesota Timberwolves? That guy Joe Smith taking getting short-term deals, so to speak, so they could afford other players, and they got found out, and I think they took like 5 draft picks from them, fined them like $3 million. I think that was back in 2013 or so.
Joe Smith.
Is there any crime in that?
What's that again?
Is there any crime in that? I mean, isn't that what LeBron doing?
Hey, man.
But you know what? I got as much as we all bash him. People should have took heed to what he was doing with those 2-year contracts, option to opt out after one. Like, again, it actually came back to haunt Carmelo Anthony, though he had a nickel in that dime when he decided to re-up with the Knicks, and then you want to bitch about the Knicks didn't get no players to play with them and all this other bullshit. But you read up with them, and you did it on a long-term contract. Nobody caught on to what LeBron was doing. Only us. Really? So you, in that case, you can't say, oh, man, like R jumping ship with his teams. Oh, R jumped ship. But R wasn't contractually obligated to stay either.
R has short-term contracts with every team.
Yeah, R's like
wait a minute.
He's on that 2-year deal.
What's his team now? Which team is he now?
He claims he doesn't have one.
Don't worry about that, man. What's your team?
We were talking football earlier, Red.
Yeah. What football? He's with Kansas City now, or he's not?
Buffalo, I think.
Buffalo? He's back with Buffalo?
But the way he said it, Reg, was funny. He said, we was talking football. He said, well, when I used to be a Giants fan, me and Dave was like, oh, here we go.
Here we go. We jumped.
This guy never makes it to the last stop on the train, Reg. He just jumps the hell off.
He's the flip-flopper.
I ain't no flip-flopper. I don't have a team. I just watch it for the...
All right.
I
got a team for you on the Baltimore Ravens.
Nah, son, I'm good.
That's the kind of team I thought he would be a fan of.
Exactly.
You seem like a Ravens fan.
They're just good enough.
You know what? I think you know who I think he's gonna go with this year. I got a good feeling he's gonna go with the Terrible Towels this year.
Who?
Pittsburgh.
The Terrible Towels.
He did say something about how he's going to win a playoff game.
He said he was an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Nah, I ain't say all that. Yo.
He said they were going to win a playoff game this year.
I did say that. The streak ends this year.
He is leaning, Reggie. You're right.
He's leaning.
He's leaning.
I didn't even have to be on, and I knew this.
Yeah, oh my God, that's an objective.
Well, listen, his team is somewhere in the DMV area.
Somewhere. Take your choice.
Yeah, y'all are bugging the hell out.
The one thing I can say about R, I think he's always been a Yankee fan.
Yes. Well, no.
Oh God! He ruined that shit.
You can't use always. Well. You can't use the word always.
He shot himself in the foot.
I can't say always. That's true, Dave.
What team was you a fan of before the Yankees?
I was a Met fan.
Holy Jesus!
He upgraded. He upgraded.
Front runner,
Yeah. Who said Ronan? Front runner? Yeah, that's it.
You was a Met fan, R.
Upgraded.
All right, well, at least
he was a Met fan from 86 to 88.
Oh, you know what? And you should know better, Dave, because we went to games. So you can't even say that.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah.
Knock it off.
Listen,
Knock it off.
Listen.
That's a front runner, yo.
Yeah, ours fandom was about as straight as that wiffle ball we used to throw around.
Oh, remember that wiffle ball? Oh.
Wow.
Remember when they used to say wiffle ball was going to ruin our arms?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, man.
Yeah.
We didn't have to. The ball did all the work for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Man,
R and I used to have classic wiffle ball games.
Exactly. Great days, man.
Yep.
But I was a Met fan back then. But then
that's what I thought you were. Then somehow,
how did you become a Yankee fan?
They started winning again.
Oh. Hey, man.
That's right, because we are of a certain age. People don't remember that.
Yeah.
We are of a certain age when the Yankees used to suck.
Exactly.
Yes, right.
You remember that. They used to suck until what?
Yes, they did.
76, 77.
Right.
Yes. Yep.
And then after that, they went into a doldrum till 81.
Yeah.
And then from 82 to the 90s.
That was the curse of Don Mattingly.
Yeah.
You know, that's the curse. They won the year before Mattingly came, and they won the year after Mattingly left.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Knicks got the curse of Patrick Ewing.
Well,
I hope one day they break it. So you got to remember, man, these sports.
You sure it was Patrick Ewing or was it Bernard King?
No, it was Patrick. We went to the playoffs 3 times, got out the first round once after Ewing left in 1999. Up until this recent run we've had. But yeah, we was abysmal after Ewing left.
Yeah.
It was the curse of Patrick Ewing. And I keep saying this, guys. I was telling Steve and them last night. The basketball gods, the baseball gods, they don't forget, man. You can't cheat the system. You can't do it. You can't keep fucking over people and then say, oh, it's all good again. And no, there's a price to pay sometime. And the Knicks definitely learned that lesson.
So you don't think Bernard King and Patrick Ewing was concurrent?
No. King was gone long before Ewing.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
No, he got injured. He got injured. They were supposed to play together. Then they traded them to the Bullets.
I don't even think Bernard King was in the league when Patrick Ewing left. And where did he go?
84?
No. Ewing left the Knicks.
Bernard King was in the league playing with the Bullets. What are we talking about?
No, I'm saying Ewing left the Knicks in 99 when the Knicks decided not to sign him no more. And he went to Seattle. That began the curse of Patrick Ewing. When Bernard King played for the Knicks, they stood semi-legit when he was healthy. But the Knicks never stood legit when they shipped Ewing's ass out.
They never played together. They did not.
No, they never got a chance to play together.
No.
He tore his knee up and they traded him to the Bullets.
He came back and went to the Bullets. Yeah, Reg.
That's the same season Ewing was drafted by the Knicks. By the time King was able to play again, he was never at his previous peak, and the team cut him.
Yeah, and then he went to the Bullets. He actually got hurt again. Then he came back, and then he went to the Bullets. Yeah, they weren't the Wizards yet. They were still the Bullets, yeah.
And he was still when he came back.
Yeah, he had a topsy-turvy career. And it always made me think. That's where I started giving up on the NBA Hall of Fame. Chris Mullins was a first ballot Hall of Famer, but Bernard King wasn't. Tracy McGrady was the first ballot Hall of Famer, but Bernard King wasn't. And when you talk about injuries, McGrady was another one. First of all, McGrady never got out the first round of a playoff.
Right.
And he was a first ballot Hall of Famer. And you can't equate that because they always say it's not the NBA Hall of Fame, it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. But he never played at college, so what are we going back to high school now?
Anywhere.
Yeah.
But
like Yao Ming. Oh, he was an international player. He didn't do shit in the NBA.
No, he didn't.
He only played 5 minutes. I mean, but he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's an ambassador.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
I was a fan of Mullins, so I ain't gonna knock him.
I'm not knocking him, Rob. I'm saying
no. But I agree with Tracy
McGrady
because he didn't play in college. So what other accolades does he have?
Right.
Like
high school.
Melo, He won so many Olympic golds. He won in college.
That's highly overrated now because you know what? Jerry West, Oscar Robinson, Wilt Chamberlain, all of them could have had more than one gold medal.
Yeah.
But they were only allowed to play in one Olympics.
Right.
So that shit got blown out with this pros playing in the Olympics. And, you know, nobody got to go that many times, man. That's matter of fact, Melo and them was part of the Redeem team coming back because they're the ones that lost the goal.
Yeah.
If y'all remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
They lost the goal, and then we had the Redeem team come back and clean shit up 4 years later. Yeah, they got knocked out. So, yeah, but that's to me, that we can't even bring that shit up no more. Dave got 5 gold medals. Dave wasn't swimming. Dave was playing basketball, man. You don't get 5 gold medals in basketball.
Right.
Get out of here. But it's the life we live now. Get off my lawn, damn it.
Get up on it. So let me ask you all this: OKC repeating?
No. Denver's gonna win it.
Wow.
Knicks are gonna
I'm just
win.
throwing that out there.
Wow.
Yeah. Denver and Cleveland in the finals.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
And I only say that because of.
I'm surprised that you don't.
I like what's his name. I don't like Cleveland. I like what's his name. What's his name? The big guy. I was just talking about him last night. Mobley.
Yeah.
This guy hasn't even reached his peak, and he's unstoppable.
He really hasn't.
And the key is if you go back, guys, even with the Celtics, it took them how long? But they kept their core. Milwaukee, it took them how long? But they kept their core.
Okay.
Denver kept their core. Oklahoma City kept their core. There's a theme here. Cleveland, who keeps knocking on the door but keeps getting knocked out, are they next in line? Or are they the Chicago Bulls who kept their core but kept getting knocked out? They added a couple of pieces. I just like this Mobley kid, guys.
I don't know, but there's a factor there. Mitchell, I don't know, man. I'm not sold on that guy like that.
I heard somebody bring that up last night, He hasn't gotten this, he hasn't done that. But again, that's how it always worked. A lot of these guys never did this, never did that until they did it. You know, Jordan never got out of what until he did it. All of them, except players on the Knicks. The Knicks players always knocked on the door but never got in. So again, I only look at the consistency. And like Denver did what they should have never stopped doing when they won the chip. They decided to deplete their bench, not want to pay nobody no money. This year they went out and got some bench players. Remember, guys, with the off-injured handful of guys Denver had last year, they took OKC to 7 games.
Okay.
And now they added a bench. I don't know. And
to be honest, in that series, I think OKC kind of put themselves in that position. To be honest, I don't think it was a point of Denver defeating them.
Well, when you look at it, should Denver even have gone 7 games? No. They had a depleted roster. They was basically a 5-man team.
Which again leads to what I was saying. I think OKC kind of beat themselves, even with a depleted Denver team.
Yeah, but they ended up, the thing is they won, so we'll look at Denver and say, I did at least. Why did they do that after they won their championship? They had a good thing going. They sold out their bench. Everybody they had, they kept rotating, and next thing you know, their bench was depleted. Here comes Russell Westbrook, he's not Russell Westbrook no more. But he couldn't help. I mean,
you got again, Cleveland to me is a team of like guys who, they won a lot of games last season, but who on that team really cares about like winning? Who on that team cares about like motivating and sacrificing and going hard? None of those guys. From Donovan Mitchell on down. Mobley, yes, he could probably be like a Chris Bosh 2.0 or 3.0 or whatever with his game, but does he really want that? No. And I say that because during the playoffs, after you put all this work in and you win X amount of games, and everybody's talking all this accolades, and you going through 10, 15 game winning streaks, several of them during the regular season, and then you sit out because you have an ankle soreness, or you sit out because your big toe is hurting you, or just a myriad of reasons why guys are missing games, and none of it speaks to, yo, I would rather die than lose. That's how much I care about this. None of that speaks to that.
But
None of that speaks to
they
this.
was a mirror image of us the year before that, Bishop.
Nah, they were clearing
We
clearing the
busted our
rack.
ass, got to the 2 or 3 seed, and then injuries hit us, and that's the downside of the NBA. I mean, if you're not healthy, you'll be the 2 years ago Knicks. You'll be the last year Cavs. You'll be the consistency of the Philadelphia 76ers, who can't keep a team on the floor. That's the odd man out every year in basketball. If you could avoid the injuries, like again, the Knicks avoided every injury they could last year,
Right.
and still, didn't get to the promised land. And they was one of the few teams that did that.
Still got our coach.
So what's their chances this year?
I'm just going with consistency, Reg, and I think this guy might be the MVP.
Who?
Mobley.
MVP of what?
I'm just shooting in the dark, guys.
I hear you.
This guy has improved every year, and he's still 23 years old, something like that.
Mm.
I don't know.
So you don't see the Knicks coming out of the East.
I'd love to as a Knicks fan.
I do. I really.
But
do.
as an NBA fan, I always say this, guys. You could flip coaches because you know what? You took the fourth man out when you hired Brown. You tried to hoodwink every other coach that had a job in the NBA. You settled for Mike Brown. Okay, you got what you wanted. You got a new coach. Now, hopefully that transfers into you could keep Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns on the floor at the end of the game with their lack of defense. Hopefully that changes, because there was other aspects of the Knicks that led to their demise, and part of it was those two dudes that can't stop nobody. And here we are. Who is Karl Anthony Towns going to have to guard if they play Cleveland? Mobley.
Well, who's going to guard? Who's going to guard Gad? Because
Mobley.
If they take advantage of it, Mobley's too light in the pants.
That don't matter. You see how he looks.
Whoa! I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop you there.
Did you see how he looks this year?
It all depends on which cat is going to be playing.
Right.
Because if we got the one that we saw all year, that's going to be a wash. Because Cat ain't going down low.
Right. I'll say this though, Bishop. I hope you saw how this guy has bulked up.
Yeah.
Mobley.
Mobley. No, none of that. It speaks to heart.
Karl Anthony Towns ain't the biggest heart in the league, guys. The guy's 7'1". He wants to be a perimeter ball player.
Yeah, I got that, but I'm just talking about with all that, with all of the accolades and everything that was around Cleveland, and then they get into the playoffs and basically like flame out. Like none of that mattered. None of the regular season, none of all of those winning streaks, none of them stacking the deck and being the number one seed. None of that meant anything. They didn't even go to the Eastern Conference Finals. They were out. And it's just like, and you lost to a team. It's like why? How could you lose to this team? Like
it happened to us the year before, though, Bishop.
Yeah, but
as hot as we was, our best year in 20 years, and we got hurt.
They stole a player at the trading deadline. They got that kid Hunter.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at, guys, the same thing we're saying about Cleveland. I don't want to make this a Knick thing again, but the same thing we're saying about Cleveland happened to the Knicks the year before that. We had the best year we had in 25 years. We get to the playoffs, and we were the Wounded Warriors.
No, everybody. So even though Cleveland was leading and doing all of this, the one storyline behind it was, they're doing this now, but who are they going to be when the playoffs come along?
And the same thing could be said about us, Bishop.
Who are they going to be when this? But we weren't the number one seed in the NBA.
No, we were the number 2 seed the year before that, and we got hurt.
We weren't the number one seed in the NBA. We weren't like
They
For how
weren't the
many
number one
weeks?
seed in the NBA. OKC was.
But I'm just saying, for how
They
many
were number
weeks?
one in the East. Yeah.
For how many weeks in the season did they have the best record in the league?
They got hurt though,
scored?
Bishop. That's the fallacy of sports. I mean, when you get hurt, you could say it was an ingrown toenail, or I fail to believe that a professional athlete don't want to play,
They just
especially
didn't
after
show
what you
me.
did all year.
Right, they just didn't show me that they had that fight in them. They just
And the
didn't show
same
me.
thing could be said about us. You know, we went toe to toe with Cleveland the year before that, and we got knocked out in the before the conference finals to Indiana. Get knocked out in the conference finals the next year to Indiana. So I mean, this shit happens. I just like, if you see the way this dude is bulked up, I like this dude. And guess what? Now you don't have to run everything through Donovan Mitchell.
Says who?
There's Mobley. You'll see it. You'll see it when the season
starts.
Because
Okay.
they've gotten to play with each other now for, I think most of them have been together for 4 or 5 years, to include Garland and getting Mitchell from Utah. So they've been together for 3, 4, 5 years, all of them together. Allen, Mobley, Garland, and Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
So again, I always look at how these other teams did this shit, guys. It's as much shit as they gave Boston, like, oh, they're going to repeat for the next 5 years. It took them like 6 years with Brown and Tatum to win a ring, and then they get bounced in the playoffs next year, the year after winning a ring. So it's the NBA, guys. I mean, if you stay healthy, which the Knicks did for the most part last year, they stood healthy. We couldn't blame injuries. So we'll see this again, guys. As a Knicks fan, I want the Knicks to go to the championship.
Right.
I just don't see it. I think they still have too many. Again, we'll see. You know, I'm not saying Karl Anthony Towns is going to come out and be runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think he's ever going to be a low post player. I hope with this new coach, we don't see the James Harden version of Brunson. So there's things they have to work on to get, to eclipse what they did last year. And I'm hoping for it, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking Knicks fan.
But I think they will, though. And I'm going to tell you why. Yes, it's a new coach, probably a new system, but we have a very light schedule early on. So while the new system is getting implemented, just on talent alone, in the first 20 games, we should run up a decent amount of wins. I wouldn't be surprised if we're 15-5, 16-4, because if you look at the schedule, it's really light. It's in our favor.
I'm taking a look right now. Shit.
Yeah, go look it up. It's crazy. We can. So now, if he implements a system that plays offensively, that'll bode in well with what these guys have muscle memory from Thibodeau, which they're going to obviously use in the first 15 games and work their way into the new system. Then I think it'll bode very well for them. That's the way I look at it. And Dom, I'm just telling you, mark my words, Indiana is going to knock out Cleveland again.
No, they'll be lucky if they're playing.
Watch. Remember, why? Because Halliburton's gone, Mathurin, or the guy is going to be. There's another guy on the team that's a really good point guard that can actually play the position.
What the hell?
Yeah, but you're talking about losing your best player, whether we like him or not, guys. He is the little engine that can.
They still got Obi Toppin. They still got Obi Toppin.
Yeah, Bishop.
Yeah.
Bishop said they still got Obi Toppin. You're right, buddy. They got him long term too. You can't miss a guy like that.
He's going to average 8 minutes this year, but no. But they have a young guy who's a point guard, but Halliburton is the star of the team, trading for him and so on and so forth. So he's out, but it'll give the other guy a chance to shine. I think their biggest loss was their center. That's what's going to hurt them.
What's his name?
Turner.
Turner.
Right.
Yeah, they
gonna
lost
hurt
Miles
them,
Turner
but-
too. I'm telling you guys, trust
But
me.
Halliburton,
They'll
I
be
don't
a
think
playing
is going
team.
to hurt them.
Yeah, they're a playing team. They ain't beating
Yeah.
nobody. They're gonna get knocked out in the playing round. Be payback for us. Be honest with you. I hope they don't make the damn playoffs after beating us twice in a row. I ain't rooting
I
for
hear
their
ya.
asses. Trust me.
I heard
Hope
that.
they don't even make the playoffs. But
It
it's
would
the
be
NBA.
nice-
Almost everybody makes the
It'd
playoffs.
be nice if they got a matchup in the first round and we swept them. Just
We
for
ain't-
GP.
Right.
Just for GP
Nah,
in the
I'm
first
telling you,
round.
Bishop, they're gonna be a playing team. So if they get out the playing round, they'll have to play what? The number 1 or number 2 seed?
Yep.
That's how it normally works, right? With the playing guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, they won't even I don't even think they're gonna get out the playing guys. Trust me. I don't like Halliburton. He talks a lot of shit. But
Hey.
I will say this, speaking of Obi Toppin, we all remember that draft. Right? Everybody put their thinking cap on. Who did we draft and who did we not draft? We drafted Obi Toppin and not Tyrese Halliburton.
Exactly.
And we needed a point guard for 25 years. And this son of a bitch comes back to haunt us 2 years in a row.
There you go. Yep.
Nobody
weird.
thought that he would be.
Well, me and Steve did, because me and Steve
effective.
watch a lot of college
I
ball.
wouldn't say
So
that good. I said effective. Nobody thought he
Yeah.
would be that effective because he's not the type of player that you can run offense around.
Right.
Because he's too inconsistent. It's the same way, there's certain players that if they were those guys, you would have seen it by now. Like if Mobley was that guy, they would have been grooming him for the bulk of the offense to be running through him, or at least
you'll see this year, Bishop. Trust me.
He's been in the league for how long?
3-4 years.
He's been in the league for three seasons.
Yeah.
None of those seasons, he's been like the third, fourth, fifth option.
No.
In all of those seasons, he's never been like.
Hold on one second, Bishop.
Part of the premier. Like they always been trying to like work him into it or trying to figure out opportunities for him. This or that. It's like he's never been like the mainstay to be like, I'm here.
Well, he got a mainstay guy on his team. That would be like saying Mikal Bridges is going to lap Jalen Brunson in the pecking order. They still do have Donovan Mitchell, whether you like him or not. You say he can't get out what round. He's still Donovan Mitchell. I mean, it's kind of hard to up him in the pecking order, guys.
The cream always rises to the top. Donovan Mitchell is Donovan Mitchell, but there's still room. There's still room for
You'll see this year, Bishop.
There's still room.
We will see.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm just watching this guy.
He wasn't even the number two. He wasn't even the number 2 option.
Because they had 2 better ball players than him at that time. Again, Bishop, the guy's 23 years old.
I'm saying who is better than him? I'm saying who is better than him? Donovan Mitchell, who Donovan Mitchell has been established. Okay, fine. After that, who?
Not to change the subject, fellas, but hey Dave,
Yep.
Was that live that just walked past you?
Was it live?
Did he have his onesie on?
Yeah, he had his onesie on.
Damn, he came to say goodnight to Dave and didn't even come on the show.
Lord. Exactly.
Y'all ain't right, man. Leave live alone.
Listen.
Nah, Dave started that one.
Yeah,
but back to your point, Bishop.
Leave live alone, man. I can't believe
he's never even.
He's going to be this year. Michael Jordan wasn't Michael Jordan until he became Michael Jordan. I digress with that.
Yeah,
it takes time, Bishop. I mean, come on. Like Karl Anthony Towns, he was always supposed to be the guy in Minnesota.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, here comes this. What's his name? Ant-Man.
And then he was.
Now you ain't the guy no more.
Right. That was quick.
So that's what's going to happen in Cleveland. You ain't the guy no more, Donovan. We tried that shit and it got us where?
We'll see.
Yeah.
With that being said, I got to break out.
Onesie. That's why he ain't got his camera on, Dave.
I already told you what the deal with the camera was.
I know.
Bullshit, man.
Ours camera is on load management.
Yo, whatever. All right. All right, gentlemen.
Right now, ours in the background with a stocking cap on. It's not even real stockings. It's a knee highs.
Oh wow!
Yo,
Got a Christmas stocking on.
Knee high, a knee high on.
I love the way we wait till R to say goodnight to just.
Yeah,
You know you want to go to sleep. You got to work
You know what it
tomorrow.
is?
I gotta work tomorrow, man.
Damn.
We gonna let you go.
Me
But
too.
you know,
Dom, what's that?
I gotta work
What's
tomorrow.
that, Dom?
What? Work?
work?
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know, man. But then again, I see Dave. I'm glad Dave did what he did. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Dave's got a nice little guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm hoping before y'all go, serious. I'm hoping we square away this legal shit where I get to go to PA and finally get in the safe deposit box. I'm hoping it happens before this month. Because I'm gonna be calling one of y'all, especially Dave, because you ain't gonna have no job, you and Reggie. I don't care who's in New York. I don't care who's in New York at that time. I'm down to like 4 stadiums, guys.
Right.
How the fuck are the 2 stadiums that I haven't seen in New York?
Both in New York. Yeah.
So just be prepared. Like you can't drive in New York. You're gonna have to ride an electric scooter around.
Yep.
Shit, I'll be damn. I'm driving.
Or the city
don't do it, Dom. Don't do it.
What am I supposed to do? Leave my car in Jersey?
No,
and take a train?
It's a different animal out here now, Dom.
Like you really can't drive your car.
They don't like cars.
No,
they
don't like
cars.
cars.
Dom, they're everywhere, Dom.
I'm only coming to go to the game and then go back.
They're everywhere, Dom. I'm telling you, they're everywhere.
I saw the electric.
Take an Uber. Take an Uber.
Okay,
here we go.
Listen. If R is right on one thing, he's 100% right on this one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Dave. Don't you own a car?
Yep, but I'm in
You
Queens.
don't drive it?
I'm in Queens.
Take an Uber, sir. Trust me.
Wait a minute.
You want to get around Manhattan and stuff like? Don't ever.
No, I don't. I just want to get to Yankee Stadium or Citi Field.
How you getting there though?
In my car.
But coming from Pennsylvania, how you getting there?
Well, I'm gonna go to Jersey first, hang out with Craig.
And you got to go through Manhattan.
Right.
I could just go over to where he lives in Teaneck. I go right over to GWB.
Let me tell you.
Washington Heights is no picnic, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna beat. Yeah, because everybody else trying to get there is gonna go. Everybody's trying to circumvent to lower Manhattan.
Yep.
It's
Dom. I don't have no job, man. I got all fucking day.
You got all day. That's right.
You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there all day. You're gonna be there all day.
I drove.
Take an Uber.
Dude, I went up to New York. I rented a vehicle because I'm like, I'm not driving my vehicle.
Smart.
I rented a vehicle. Yo, first of all, the rental car company only had pickup trucks. I'm like, so you renting pickup trucks in New York? Like, where's that? Like, there's no space to park pickup trucks in New York. Then I'm driving, and everybody else is driving pickup trucks. There's this whole big thing about New York and pickup trucks.
Yeah,
like everybody's driving pickup trucks.
Right.
Then and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna put on my navigation because they changed the streets. I know where I'm supposed to go, but the directions of the streets have changed.
Right.
They've made some streets 2-way. They've made some streets like 1-way that used to be 2-way.
Right.
At the end,
drive through some streets.
Right. And
exactly.
It's like, wait a minute. Like before, it's not giving me any directions. It's just saying red light camera, speed sensor, red light camera. Like,
there you go.
No direction.
There you go.
It's just repeating that. And with all of that warning, a month after I left New York and was back in safe North Carolina, driving the way that full-blooded Americans should be driving.
Normal human beings.
Normal human beings. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I get a ticket for $75 because I exceeded the speed limit at some point during that weekend. I exceeded the speed limit when I was really careful about not doing it. I think I must have driven like 28 miles an hour at one point, and it was just like, and I got a ticket.
Hold up, time out. They got a weather delay in the game in Philly.
What?
They just
they
must
just thunder and lightning.
Yeah. It's postponed.
Wow, got to be thunder and lightning.
Wow,
that's the only thing they stop an NFL game.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they
What's the score in that game?
24-20, Philly.
Yep.
24-23?
24-20.
What are they playing?
Ooh,
They're in Philly.
Dallas
They're
and Philly.
In Philly, yeah.
They're in Philly.
Yep.
Damn.
All right,
it's gotta
gentlemen.
be.
All right. You notice how R tries to get us off before we go completely roast the host?
Yeah, I know.
We're going to let you go, R. We're going to let you go.
I see that onesie.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Nighty night, guys.
Hey, don't worry. We'll get them in the morning. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We got 24 action stuff. 24.
Before we go, Caitlin Clark's out for the whole year now.
I heard.
Oh, they finally called it. Okay, because they were
Yep.
saying that they might as well make it official.
What's wrong
I'm
with
gonna
her
sit
now?
out here and watch the end of the Yankee game.
What's
They
wrong
blew
with her
this
now?
one. They blew this one open.
I don't know.
That was wasn't it an ankle? Or the
I think, yeah. He's
I
done.
think it was the ankle.
Who won the tennis match in the women's? I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot.
Did Naomi win?
Yes, she did.
She won, but they had the
Oh.
other semi today, I think.
Yeah, she won.
And the Yankees done blew this game open. They're up 8-3.
That's
what about Toronto? Toronto
They don't
lost?
play. They ain't playing tonight, and they play the Yankees 3 games this weekend.
Exactly.
Oh, so they can
In
pick
the
up a
Bronx.
half game on them? That's big.
So there'll be 3 games out in the loss column, if I'm not
If
mistaken.
Caitlin Clark is not playing, we might as well cancel the rest of the WNBA season.
That's what I was going to say. There it is. There it is.
Yeah,
All
they'll
right,
be 3
gentlemen.
games behind.
All right.
Listen,
All right, guys. Thanks, Reg. Thanks,
Next
Arthur.
week,
We'll see y'all in the
gentlemen.
morning.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, David. Thank you, Bishop. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody else. That's it. We out.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
See you next week. Thanks, Bless.
Definitely. Peace.
Peace.